When the deadly flooding hit central Texas back on the 4th of July, the devastation happened just as Kerrville's Symphony, the orchestra, was embarking on the celebration of their 25th anniversary. The Symphony of the Hills is now using their music to help in the healing process. We sent our Marvin Hurst to the Texas Hill Country to follow the Symphony members from their very first practice to opening night.
On this evening in September, the building may speak to music.
Welcome back.
Oh, but the gathering feels like friends and neighbors with instruments.
Given that I know a lot of our stories, I'm a cross between amazed and giddy to see all of you here tonight. Symphony of the Hills is a 70-member professional orchestra right here in Kerrville, Texas. This is rehearsal tonight, Beethoven, Mozart, Mahler, so just a cushy evening.
It's the first time the Symphony of the Hills has been together as a group.
Sorry to just keep rushing, but we have a lot of music to get through. We began this idea that, okay, that's going to be our 25th anniversary season. So I jumped on that because I'm like, oh my gosh, if this is the 25th anniversary, that's a big deal.
Since the deadly flooding in July, the storm that devastated the Texas Hill Country did not overtake the momentum to achieve the group's theme. "25 years, a time to celebrate with remembrance, rejoicing, dancing, dazzling, and soaring through music."
So at one time we called it Bach to the Beatles because we wanted everything to be just the best of the best. Can I just hear the spot? Because I just really don't have it quite figured out.
But there were some changes.
I tried to find the best piece by Bach that I knew, which was that famous toccata and fugue that Stokowski made famous. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da, you know, dramatic and symphony rocking. And
especially going into the season's opener.
To lift up and to memorialize, remember.
A time to remember.
I could not come into this theater for our first concert of the symphony after that flood with the notes, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, you know, this drama.
The wall of water that came this way was 9 or 10 feet tall.
The stories of survival, I'm sure you've seen, are just as amazing.
So much had happened outside of the walls of this practice hall at Schreiner University for this regional symphony and those who are connected. Like Professor Don Crandall, who cut a trip short to New York.
About 3 weeks I was here, most every day, not every day, to help.
To come back and help his friends, Marshall and Rena Bailey and Hunt.
The Hunt store started coming apart in pieces, but it was this, the whole scene was this awful grinding, crashing, banging noise. It sounded like bombs going off.
The sounds of the 4th of July.
We could hear screams in the distance. And when you hear people screaming for help, we didn't know what the entirety of it was. We just knew about our little space here.
And the conditions.
What did your husband say about the water?
It was the black water of death.
Became more terrifying.
It was a tsunami raging and looked like boiling water coming at us.
1 and 2.
It's October 2nd, a week before the season opener. Violist Jennifer Cahill Clark has left a busy day at the Kerrville school system. She and her husband are both from North Texas.
He said he'd just never seen anything like it.
These images are from his bus's point of view during rescues from the camps. As a matter of fact, Clark says she had 4 students who were saved from Camp Mystic. Some, she says, lost friends.
One of our coaches said that, she gathered kids from Camp Mystic and they took them to the place where the parents were waiting, and the look on the parents' faces when they were, where are the rest of the kids? And they said there are no more kids.
The weight of the outcome got worse as the death toll increased.
That was such a horrific blow to this community. And I remember just sitting there going, what can I do? It was almost the feeling of helplessness.
Cellist Mark Nugent says he went to the memory wall where mourners honored the massive loss.
This was my private contribution and message to the community that I cared for.
And the former police officer says he let his bow do the speaking.
And people came up to me and they were like, just tears. That's all I could do.
What's important to me is having music for the family and the friends gathered.
Conductor Gene Dowdy, like many of his members, played at memorials, including an 8-year-old from his church in Kerrville.
To me, it was an honor to play for her memorial service. Oh my gosh. I'm going to think back on it now, it's emotional.
Good evening and welcome. Shall we get underway?
It's opening night, and that dramatic Bach has been replaced with a composition they believe is more befitting of the season.
It's so soul-filled and so beautiful.
You will feel what this orchestra feels.
It's the fourth movement of Gustav Mahler's Symphony No. 5.
What we are asking you is that after that first piece of music, that you withhold your applause and just reflect.
It just rises like a corporate prayer of peace and tranquility and remembrance. You hear in that piece, ta-dee-da, ta-da. That piece is for those who are lost. That piece is for those who suffer. That piece is for those who are rebuilding.
And in that moment where claps normally go into the acoustics of the venue, instead, listen to the decibels of silence.
I think that's probably the first time in 30 years that I saw Gene cry. And he was moved, and I was, we all were.
Now the delicate challenge to hold dear to the season that struck hearts as friends and neighbors grabbed the instruments to move to a better day. In Kerrville, Marvin Hurst, CBS News, Texas.